This is ADA on a weekly. It is a beautiful chart, maybe ugly to some because it's a bear market. Its price is down. I get it, but to me, it's a beautiful looking bear market. But there's something on this screen happening or getting ready to happen that I'm very intrigued by. That is the bull market doors. Where are the bull market doors on this ADA chart? I want to discuss that in this video. We're also going to dig into the daily chart, an important indicator on this daily chart I want to go over, and the short term, the 6-hour consolidation that's happening, some targets to watch for in the shorter term. I want to go over all of these things. So I appreciate you guys watching this video. Thanks for cruising by. Before we even talk about these things, I want to just look at this. Cardano TVL won't stop here. This is ADA whale. I really agree 100%. TVL is not going to stop. And I think it's going to actually grow exponentially. And I want to discuss why and how that is in just a second. But I don't know if you've seen this video floating around on Twitter. It's just an epic video showing ADA TVL. You can see it. It's number 30 here at the beginning of 2023. I'm not going to show the whole clip. It's around a minute, but we're going to skip around. Check it out. Starts at 30. Cruising on up. 22, we're in March now, it's number 22. And it ends at 15. I mean, that music does it, right? But that's a very powerful illustration of what is taking place on Cardano. Is it number 1 right now? No. Is it the top 10 right now? No, not yet. But this is ADA growing right now, the Cardano ecosystem growing. And we talk about this a lot. If we go over here to DeFi Llama, and we look at ADA TVL growing, we can kind of look at this chart. We check this out a lot. Look, it's still just all-time high, all-time high, all-time high. One thing to note, let's be very objective here. It's only $165 million. $165 million total value locked. If you look at Ethereum, though, before the 2020 bull market doors went off and the bull market started, before that, you can look at January 2019, for instance. Ethereum was only 285 million. Ethereum was where Cardano is basically right now at one point, right? You can even go back here shortly before 192,000, right? So Cardano's back here in terms of total value locked, in terms of DeFi coming online, all these protocols coming online. And I think that is such an extraordinary opportunity that a lot of people are just not taking advantage of. And I'm not saying, we have to wait until the bull market to see like crazy gains with these things. There are some crazy opportunities happening right now in Cardano ecosystem, in Cardano DeFi. I'm enjoying it. It's risky, right? It's all so brand new, but I've been personally waiting years for this, so I'm enjoying it. Really have to find your own risk tolerance. When it comes to Cardano total value lockdown, then we're going to look at the Cardano charts and talk about those bull market doors. When it comes to the TVL, think about it this way. 165 million. Yes, that's $165 million market cap, right? What happens when ADA price just starts actually going bullish, right? We start seeing 30% gains. This number starts growing very quickly. And at the same time, everyone in Cardano ecosystem continues to just grow the network by taking part in Cardano DeFi, right? So total value locked, if we look at total value locked in terms of ADA, right, you can just see right now, for instance, 582 million. What happens when it's a billion ADA total value locked and Cardano ADA price is at $1? That's $1 billion total value locked. That, in my opinion, can happen very quickly. You just need a lot of moving parts to kind of start happening at the same time. That's what a bullish environment usually does in the crypto space across all chains. So this network, Cardano, is going to continue growing. I truly think that, and this is very fun to watch. So wanted to point that out. Let's go here. The ADA weekly. So I want to talk about this bull market door concept. It's something that I talk about a lot when it comes to Bitcoin. And there's something happening in terms of this indicator on the ADA chart that I think is going to act as kind of this confirmation for me. Now, just to set some context, I have this new indicator. You see this band on the screen. I think it's awesome looking. I have this new indicator. Now, part of the indicator, we have this setting where you can show the bull market doors. So you click that, And you can see on Bitcoin, it actually does bring up the bull market doors, speculatively where the bull market doors are. You can see enter bull market doors, breaking bull market doors, those two lines. Now, this is what triggered for me in my technical analysis the bull market in the last cycle, right? November 2020. Many of you might have seen that video. Bitcoin broke through the bull market doors. Well, here it is this time around. So interestingly enough, though, if we go to ADA, where are the bull market doors? We click on this setting, it's showing doors, but the doors are not appearing. And this is a new indicator that I have a team helping me, build and work on. And it's pretty much there, but I texted my one guy and I was like, where's the bull market doors on ADA? I have it checked off. And he basically told me the algorithm hasn't really triggered the bull market doors on ADA yet because it's still like bottoming out. There hasn't been that true reversal yet. You go to something like, Bitcoin or even some other coins, you'll see the bull market doors. So this is so indicative of something that I say so often in relation to Cardano. It underperforms in bear markets and it overperforms in bull markets. Now that's something that attracts me to Cardano and as a value investor is extremely, I think, intriguing to me. That is to say, it's underperforming in a bear market, and that means there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of negativity, and on the other side of that, though, if you can endure that fear and negativity, and it does overperform in bull environments and bull markets, that's like the best ingredients right there. That's if you're talking about trying to really take advantage of a buy the fear environment, that's the best. If you're in a play that overperforms when the bull does get here. Now, all the fundamentals happening with Cardano right now just adds to this thesis of mine, I guess you could say. But notice the bull market door is not there, and it would be very interesting to see where they appear. But more notably, for me, I'm going to kind of use that as a reversal indicator. Just one. It's not a main bullish confirmation, but it's one thing that I'm going to use as a reversal indicator. When this algorithm that is the CCV power band and what it's built on and the math behind it, when it triggers those bull market doors and it finally appears, that's going to be something that I will definitely take into account with other indicators. Speaking of other indicators, I just wanted to point out, because this is something I'm definitely going to be tracking. I have this other oscillator, a CCV oscillator called the Smart Wave that this team is also helping me with. And you can just see this reversal signal on this right as this ribbon is bouncing off of oversold. So it has an oversold dynamic to it. You can see this reversal signal going off. I want to point something out though, and this is kind of why I'm watching it. If you look, we had reversal signals prior. These you have to be very careful with. You need to use any indicator, number one, with other indicators, and you need to find confluence. But I think besides just that, it is always so fundamentally important to know what part of the cycle we're in. So these reversals, just true fake outs, because we were in this bear market, right? And not only that, ADA was just continually seeing this rejection under a 20-day moving or 20-week moving average. So that indicator went off. Now, what I want to say is, and this is why I'm watching this reversal on this one, is because the last time we had a reversal at a similar time frame perspective was all the way back here in 2020, and that was actually off of the COVID swing low. I think that's interesting to me because we saw this SEC swing low, and it kind of has a similar vibe. It's not the same, but a very similar vibe of the COVID swing low. So the fact that we have this oversold bounce from this ribbon happening, the reversal on the ribbon, and this reversal indicator going off, a lot of similarities there, and it very much has my eyes opened to what is potentially in play. I just want to point out, though, what is very important to me in this indicator is the histogram turning turquoise. Purple, bearish. So still waiting for that to happen and going to be monitoring it. Let's start digging in, though, and let's start looking at the shorter time frames. Here's a 6-hour setup, a very clean setup in terms of structure, just kind of this symmetrical triangle right now, ADA in the apex. There's two targets, as always, right around 34 cents to the upside, around 25 cents to the downside. Now, which direction is it going to go? I have no idea. Nobody knows. Nobody knows the next move for any crypto anytime. So that's always something I want to get out of the way when we're talking about targets. I track these targets to anticipate them. Now, if we look at where ADA is in terms of the symmetrical triangle, we're towards the apex. So for me, and this is one reason I like to use TA, we're towards the apex, typically 70% plus towards the apex, which is kind of where ADA is now. We really can start becoming a little bit more confident that there's going to be a break one way or the other, right? We're getting squeezed into the apex. It's either going to be down or it's going to be up. One thing, though, that I'm watching as all of this consolidation takes place, look at it on the daily chart. Look at ADA with this 120-day moving average. It's just hugging the 20-day moving average. As you know, we want to see the support above it right now in the new daily candle. It's nice to see that. Even with this CCV oscillator, the smart wave here, it's nice to see the histogram kind of turning turquoise. What I want to point out, though, if you look historically with this histogram in bullish environments, and this histogram is kind of, it's a mix of different things, right? But that histogram, which is to say this kind of wave up and down below this line right here, it's just a different way to look at 20-day moving average. So basically, when the 20-day moving average is, when we're below the 20-day moving average, we're purple, and when we're above, we're turquoise. But notice in the bullish moves for ADA, like let's just take this bullish move back in December, January. Notice what this quicker moving momentum oscillator is doing. This is it's a very similar, but I would say way more intricate and responsive oscillator. So quicker moving momentum oscillator, but you can just see how up here it's just overbought, right? However, while that's happening, ADA price just cruising on up. Even as it's falling, it's cruising on up. So this ribbon being above this line, this kind of zero line at that histogram, is something that I'm looking for, right? And right now it's kind of trending down. So I'm looking to see if this ribbon can reverse, start trending back up above this zero line. We want to see it kind of just trending up towards the overbought area. It's a quicker moving momentum oscillator. So we can be in an uptrend for quite some time. This is a daily chart, and ADA can just kind of hang out at the upper end, right? So, and if it does retrace, what are we looking for? We're looking for support at the 20-day moving average. So it's a really useful tool, this smart wave indicator that I have for CCV. And I'm really excited to start using this because I think it's going to be pretty powerful to add to just the arsenal of technical analysis that I have. Now, if I go back here, though, this is kind of where all of that plays out. When we're talking about getting separation from the 20-day moving average over here on the daily chart, this green line, getting separation, explosive move above. You can even see the symmetrical triangle pretty clear on this chart, right? We need the break to the upside. Otherwise, we're going to be failing back to the downside, and it's just going to be testing these lows once again. It's something to be prepared for to the downside, to give you an idea of what we'd be looking at. That target to downside is 11% move, 11% of pain. To the upside, we're looking at a whole different story. Upside, we're looking at a 15 to 20% breakout to the upside. But I think so more importantly, this would be part of the bigger story for the ADA reversal here on the weekly chart. The bigger story. When do those bull market doors come into play? We need these shorter term moves to happen in order for that indicator to finally trigger. So that's something I'll be watching. Everybody, I appreciate you so much. I hope you're having a great day. Let's just see if something moves, because this sideways trading has been insane. I will see you all in the next video. God bless.